So you want to be a comp guard. You want to do the comp meta playstyle. You've come to the right video. No, I hate to break it. If you want to be a comp guard, ISOing is not going to be in your repertoire. Screens is going to be your best friend, and it's going to be screens with a small guard. Now, I will show you everything you need, because guess what? I am somebody that can play the meta playstyle because I pretty much already do. I just ISO with it 99% of the times. I do use screens as well. If you want a full ISO comp tutorial, how to ISO versus comp, hit that like button. Let's try to get this video to 800 likes, guys. And I'll drop that for you. But you're here for the comp meta playstyle. Let's do this. Now, before I even show you anything, guys, do me a favor. Come over here to the controller settings, right? High risk reward. Turn this off. This doesn't even matter. High risk reward. Nothing else. That's all you need. Now, I do use real player percentage layup. If you know, you know. Just put it on. Come down here and take this off. We don't do that. We don't do that. That's that simnation stuff. And if you want to be a comp guard, you are allergic to anything simnation-wise. I'm just telling you the truth, guys. I'm not a comp guard. I do play comp. But comp guard is a title that is made for people that play a specific play style all the time. I'm not only an ISO player. I use screens as well. But that disqualifies me from being a comp. Yardman Gaming does more ISO than screens 99% of the time. A comp guard is going to be using screens way more than the ISO. Like a comp guard, a meta guard does not ISO, all right? Barely ever. You'll see it unless screens are absolutely dog water for the year. They'll resort to ISOing and they'll do some cheat. For the most part, Yardman Gaming is somebody that if I wanted to, I can fully transition to the comp play style, which is running behind the screens and fading, or running behind the screens and peeking. And what makes a comp guard comp is the ability to make tough shots when it matters. Make the right reads when it matters. So, the first thing you want to do before I show you dribble moves, how to do dribble moves, where to, all the good stuff, you're going to want to see the builds. Now, this build personally, this is my 6'2". This is a good build for comp. But here's what I would do. I would drop my dunk. I'm going to show you guys the 5'11" perimeter shot creator. But let's go ahead and show you guys what the 6'2" would look like if you feel like 5'11" is too short for you. Right? 6'2", we drop the weight down. You're using screens. You don't need nothing else, right? And drop the wingspan down to like 6'3", so you get that 99.3 ball. Go ahead and put the 3 ball up to a 94. You can cap break it to a 99. It's two if you really know how to sauce up, because using screens. Speed ball, go ahead and put up to a 94. Yup. And then pass. Hold on. Pass. We'll go to an 82 or 85. 85 would be better. Steals are very important this year, guys. I can't stress that enough. So go ahead and put the steal up. 85. Put up perimeter to a 74. And put up your interior and your block, because it does help you get stops this year. Trust and believe me. And see how much dunk you can squeeze out. You can squeeze out an 85 dunk, but you don't need that. Now, I would put a standing dunk up if I were you, because cheese is good, all right? And you need some bailout options, because guess what? People like to do small guards, backdoor cuts. So guess what you can do with the standing dunk? Backdoor cuts. When the big has the ball, they'll backdoor cut sometimes. But if you don't want that, don't do it. Personally, I wouldn't touch no more defense. You don't need no more. You might as well just go put it on the dunk. You have no other option anyways. Yep, see? Now let's show you the 5'11", and then let's show you some more comp guard secrets. Because this year the meta is to run with a small point guard, chucking up threes, and run with an inside big or 2 poppers that's going to get your rebound and kick it right back out to chuck up some more threes. And believe it or not, yes, this year, the way Michael 1 created this game, the comp meta is to go 5 for 15 and still win. Yes, believe it or not. Now, me personally, I like a challenge, so I like to ISO first, then resort to screens as secondary. No, that's not the case in the comp scene. If you want to go strictly comp, I'm talking about comp, play style, no ISO, nothing, right? If you want an ISO tutorial, how to ISO versus comp, I can do that for you guys. Those that want to challenge themselves, I got you. No, I'm not an ISO only person. Some people will still come to my stream and think that. But me personally, I like to do both. You need a small guard if you're going to play meta, right? Now, there are people out there with 6'2", 6'3" playing with screens and doing the same play style, but I'm telling you, meta 5'9 to 5'11. That's the meta. I wanted to still have an 80 dunk. Boom. Got my 80 dunk, right? And you have the 95 three-point shot. Yes. 95 three-point shot. You can cap break it to 99 or 97 is where I would go if you ask me. You got the bailout passes right here. Bronze bailout, all you need, right? 94 ball handle, you put that +1, get that Steve Francis, you're good. Anything above 95 is useless. Still going to get plucked, even with Legend unpluckable. Handles for days on Legend does work. So if you want to go up there, use the cap breakers for that. 74. No, I do have some interior. This is good enough to get stops and paint. Trust and believe me. You're 5'11", so don't expect to get stop sizes the same as my 6'4" or my 6'3". 85 steel, I wouldn't even go anything higher than that. Guys, steels are broken this year. Don't worry, you don't need anything higher than this. Put on Jalen Suggs motion style and you're good. I'll show you guys the 6 right now, right? That I would use. And when you create this build, it's called a perimeter shot creator. Yes, a perimeter shot creator. This is the jump shot you're going to want to use for the comp guards, all right? You want to be a comp guard, you need to have a good jump shot on. This jump shot is not only going to be good off the dribble, but it's going to be really good with rhythm shooting. Yes, you're going to start seeing it a lot more often, especially from Xbox players, because they have the elite controller. And if you have the elite controller, you can end up remapping the directional movement of the sticks to the back paddles. So they don't even have to use the sticks to rhythm shoot. No, us PlayStation players, we don't have that luxury. If you want to learn how to rhythm shoot off the dribble like you see me doing in the intro, go ahead and watch that tutorial. I broke down exactly to a T what you need to do. Now understand me, this jump shot is not going to guarantee you make every shot. That's why you're going to be running with a 5'11". Now this is a 6'2" I'm showing you on because I do ISO as well. 5'11", that's going to run around, not do too much dribble moves, and let the ball fly. And your inside big is going to get you a lot of rebounds, and you're going to win the game shooting poorly or shooting in your bag. If you dribble moves, this is the dribble moves that I recommend you use. If you cannot get Steve Francis, if you cannot get Patty Mills, that's the jump shot you want to use. If you can get Patty Mills, just switch the base. No, Steve Francis is going to be the meta or D Fox, but you can't get that until starter 4. So use Kemba Walker, Donovan Mitchell, Jordan Poole, or Trey Young. I would even say D Rose, but use one of those and you'll get a good speed boost. No, for fade, 2 or Cam Thomas. I wouldn't use anything else, me personally. Some people say Chris Paul is good for rhythm shooting, but me personally, I like to power fade, R2 fade, and Cam Thomas and Pro 2. Those are the go-to. You can even use normal 2. What you're going to want to do is just do a simple crab, size up, and run. All right? That most of the time, that's what you're seeing in the stage right there. They're not doing a lot of combos out there like a Yabman Gaming or like a lot of people that you see dribbling, you know? They're not doing all that. They're just getting to their spots, running, and fading. I've dropped tutorials for all these moves already. So a part of the comp guard tutorial things is to show you guys that, hey, you know the moves that I'm about to show you. You also need to know to go left and right, which is the L2 cancel. It's going to be really good. I've dropped a tutorial on that as well. Make sure you check it out. You need to learn how to L2 cancel behind the screens because it will work. Rhythm shooting is optional. If you're not ready for that yet, you just want to be comp and you don't have no time for no rhythm shoot, then obviously don't worry about the rhythm shooting too much. But me personally, I've already perfected the rhythm shooting. So personally, I think it's an option that it does get out a different layer of cheese because you guarantee yourself you're going to make some shot. When you time it, you know it's going in most of the time. Sometimes it still will make you miss. Next thing you need to know how to do is just a behind the back spam. So you can crab behind the back, hezzy behind the back, you know. I've dropped tutorials on all this already, but like I said, crab behind the back by just doing a curry slide. That's literally just holding R2 and flicking the right stick diagonally down to the opposite ball hand. And you already know how to crab. I just taught you that. If you want to be a comp guard, you got to take things serious because it does take a lot of time to do what they do. I play against comp, but I'm not a comp guard. You see what I'm saying? I play against comp all the time, but I do not play the meta playstyle, and that's my only playstyle. I have a bag of tricks that I like to challenge myself. You see what I'm saying? And I have a lot of respect from a lot of people in the comp community and a lot of hate from some of them as well that I've done up the worst way. You seen? But me not really too business about them. You understand me? Cause me I get my paper same way by the grace of God. Anyways, so crab behind the box, hezzy behind the box, hezzy behind the box, hezzy behind the box. You see what I'm saying? Now you can spam it, right? I don't think a hand camera is required for this because if you want to be a comp guard, you probably already know how to dribble. If you don't know how to dribble, then guess what? I have many tutorials. Just go pay them a look, man. Go pay them a look. I made a playlist just for you. All right. So once you already got that down, guys, now is where the fun starts. You need to train versus actual sweaty lockdowns. Everything. You think you got your jump shot down. You think you got dribble moves. Follow me. All right. Follow me. Go ahead and quit out. Follow me over here. NBA eras. My NBA. We're going to create one together right now. Click that. It's going to load you right here. Press X. Don't move. Just press X. It's going to load you through a screen, right? Bullet. Right. Watch this. Now, once you get past the screen, you're going to press triangle. Go to customize roster. Press start. User creator roster. Press triangle again once the screen loads up. Type in content name, not online ID. Boom. Yardman Gaming already has 247 downloads overnight. Download this roster, guys. I made a roster just for you to train. All right. Once you have this roster downloaded, it's on the Philadelphia. So press X on this. Now it's going to ask you an option once you get past this. Press X to continue and press X to continue again. And then you want to save the roster by going over here and press save, right? I'm going to delete the roster, but I'm just showing you. When you go to this roster, you're going to see I have builds already with the SIGs and jump shots you need. Change them to your like. And I even have the General Mike Wang himself. The general that brought the rhythm shooting to the game and took out all our beloved dribble styles and our momentums and our tween spams and everything. The one done general himself, the 5'7" machine. Changed the way the team looks by going to team relocation, right? And then 2K shared designs, download team designs, and you can just choose any random one you want, right? Skip the training of playing stage all day to become comp. You can do this because Yardman Gaming made the roster for you, and I have the builds of Doom. You remember the first video I ever posted with my 6'4"? I tested them versus these builds. I put them on the roster for you. The 6'6" Bo Lesnar thick neck lockdown builds that have 99 tendencies and legend defensive badges. Don't believe me? Let's look at the defense. 99 everything on defense, 99 athleticism. So you're not running around this build. You understand me? It's not gonna happen. You understand me? And look, if you don't believe me, the badges, straight legend badges. Everyone. You're not taking this build. This is not a build that you think you're going to just run past and score. No, this build is going to put you through a gulag, not a stage lock can put you in. You understand? I'm telling you that. You don't believe me? Their tendencies are perfect. Pass interception 100. That means they're a computer. They're not going to miss the lane steals. They're not even going to do no foolishness. On-ball steals 100. They're going to go for the perfect opportunity. If you dribble too long in front of them, they're going to rip you. Contest shot 100. Block 100. Now, if you don't believe me how they look when you're playing against them, let's come over here and take a look. First, you want to go to freestyle if you want to really warm up and lob up some jump shots and rhythm shooting and stuff like that. Go to scrimmage. Go to scrimmage real quick. And then camera is good. And they're on my team right now because I'm on the team right now with Chris Breezy. No, switch teams and you'll see you're a cheeseaholic. Leave the stamina off. Right now, the stamina is on for me because I just made this. But I would practice with the stamina off at first. And make sure it's on Hall of Fame difficulty, all right? High risk shooting only. High risk. No, this is where you're going to want to train, and it's not going to be easy. Here we go. Here go a Bo Lesnar lockdown. Let me show you what happens when you dribble in front of them too long. He's going to reach. Watch. See that? He's going to reach. And if you stay there too long, watch the jump tendency. He's going to run right through that screen. All this dumb stuff that you think is going to work, it's not going to work. You're going to have to come out here and really lob up, right? Really lob up. And this is really good because check me out. There's not a better place for you to train than somewhere like this where it's literally you're going against something that's a computer that is perfect, not a dumb AI bot. This is literally the best practice you can have. No, Cheeseaholic does not have on Pro 2 Fade, or he does not have on Cam Thomas, so you might want to correct that. I think it got messed up when I downloaded the roster. They randomized some of the stuff after you make some changes. So make sure you do that. But with that being said, I'm going to leave you guys with some gameplay. If you want an ISO version of this, that's going to be a whole different ball game. And I will bring it to you. If you want to know how to ISO versus comp, There's some methods to the madness, especially this year. You're really gonna have to know what you're doing to ISO versus. Now, everything I showed you is how to be a comp guard overnight. Now, you're gonna see some comp guard gameplay right here because ISO Ninja. Shout out to ISO Ninja. If you want to see the full video, it's up. I posted it a couple days ago. ISO Ninja is going to be playing comp meta playstyle with a 6'2" point guard. I'm on a 6'4" point guard ISOing. Now, I do play meta when it comes to the dribble moves. My dribble moves are 100% meta. I'm one of the best meta dribblers. I would consider myself, I'm not going to say the best, but up there, right? And guess what? If I was to use a screen, it wouldn't be any different. It would just make it even more cheesier, right? I just know how to throw in some glitches and throw in some good moves. ISO Ninja is playing the meta playstyle where you can afford to miss shots and it won't affect you at all. Whereas on ISO, when you're ISOing versus comp, you miss 2 shots, the game is over versus somebody that's playing like this. You miss 1 or 2 shots, you get 1 or 2 turnovers, and you don't get stops because they're going to get their rebound back. It is going to be toxic. Now, I will have a pure meta playstyle build that I'm going to drop soon for you guys. It's not going to be the 5'11". I've moved on to what I prefer. I always go against the grain, and 5'11 is meta of metas, right? 5'9 and 5'11s. I'm going to go with something different, right? Now, if you want the ISO versus comp tutorial, I'll drop that for you. I'll also drop the video of me ISOing in a series versus one of the best locks in this game. But for now, enjoy this video. By the way, one thing I forgot to mention is you need to know how to peek. I dropped a tutorial on that, the quick stop tutorial. Big up on yourself and big up on the mighty. We're gone.